Hello again. Welcome to week 1 of Teams and Virtual Teams. I'm excited that we are getting into the material here with our first set of lectures, some videos for you to watch. It is all excellent material on groups and group dynamics and how to operate within groups and lead groups, how people fit into the different structures that come in big and small groups. So this is an excellent first week. But before we get into our material, I've got a discussion post for you. So that's going to be our first graded assignment. You will have finished the short quiz that was 0 credit just to make sure everything was working for you in the class. But here we're going to get into our first graded assignment. So this is our first discussion post, and it is designed to get to know one another. So we're going to be getting into some material where we are working in small groups and teams, and we are discussing one another, discussing things with one another. And so it's important to know where each person's kind of coming from and know a little bit about each other. That helps smooth out some of the dynamics as we're working through the material together. So the discussion post number 1, the first assignment, is just to get to know you, get to know your classmates, and kind of learn a little bit about each other. But I don't want to expect you to do things that I'm not willing to do, so I'm going to go through on this video and answer some of these questions that I ask you to go through in the first discussion post. So what is the greatest television show of all time? In my personal opinion, Wheel of Fortune. Love Wheel of Fortune. My wife and I watch Wheel of Fortune very consistently. Have a blast doing it together. So it's sentimentally one of my favorite shows. My favorite movie is The Intern with Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro. I just think it's a great story and thoroughly enjoy it. My favorite music genre is folk. So I really like the folky music that's not quite country, but it has a little bit down here. I grew up in Alaska, and so it wasn't something that I was exposed to a lot. And since moving down here, I've really grown to enjoy it. My most interesting vacation spot that I've ever been to would probably be Oregon. I've got some family that lives there, and that was a very fascinating vacation. Not least of which was that my family that lives in Oregon is a unique bunch. So that made for that vacation to be very interesting. But my favorite vacation spot is Destin. That's where my family and I consistently go, my wife and kids, because we love going to the beach, we love seafood, and Destin is our spot that we most consistently go to. My favorite book is probably the full Harry Potter series. I love it. I listen to the audiobooks. I've read the books. It's one of my favorite sets from my childhood. But I also really like the book Golden, written by Marcus Thompson II. So that's another excellent book that I thoroughly enjoy. My favorite way to spend my free time is with my family, absolute favorite way. But I've also got some other hobbies as well, being outside, playing in the yard, working in the garden. I love playing disc golf. So one of the benefits to working here at the main Jackson campus is that we have a disc golf course right here. So I play that often with my wife and children. I also love watching Golden State Warriors basketball. I've got a Golden State Warriors cup over here on my desk. I've got a Golden State Warriors license plate on my car. Big Golden State Warriors fans. My dad grew up in the Bay Area, and that has spurred that on. So hoping for a bounce back year this year. Now, so that's a little bit about me, and I look forward to reading about y'all as you make your discussion posts. Remember, those need to be 400 words in length, and your reply needs to be 200 words. So the discussion post is due on Thursday evening by 11:59 p.m. and then the reply is due by Sunday evening at 11:59 p.m. So there's a couple due dates coming up this first week. So make sure to kind of jump on the ball and get those completed there. Now that's not this Sunday, and it's not today. Class starts today, and this first week is 10 days. So you've got plenty of time to get these discussion posts in and the replies completed. The second discussion post is going to be more on the material that we're going to go through. So there's a few lectures for you to watch, some videos kind of mixed into the lectures as well. It's about groups and group dynamics, really excellent stuff. This is one of my favorite topics that we'll go through in the entire class because I think it's one of the most applicable. There is no limit to how we can apply the foundations of groups and group dynamics. We see those lead into teams and teamwork and virtual teams and work settings, but we also see groups form every day, whether that's a small group that you have at church, whether that is a committee that you're on, whether that is your PTA for your children's school. There are groups that you are a part of, both informally and formally, that it is important to know how to operate within those groups and to understand the dynamics of what is happening in terms of status and social loafing and all of these things that we'll go through in this first week. So I hope that you enjoy this material, that you see it as applicable as I do into my own life, and certainly let me know if you have any questions about the material itself. So I look forward to reading more about everyone's responses to the discussion posts and seeing those come in and getting to know you better. And I hope that you all have a great start to all of your classes, this one included. So let me know if you have any questions, and make it a great week.